Crypto Do Show. Now, today we're going to talk about just a quick market update, right? Bitcoin, last time I checked, we was at 112,000, bouncing between 110 to 113. Bitcoin seems to be sustainable at the moment, but we know that the tariff has a big effect on what's going on, or can have a big effect on what's going on, right? So we're waiting on the word for that. So that's why I say you got to play the market a little bit closely. I'm not saying don't invest. I'm not telling you to invest. But what I am saying is to be cautious and be aware, right? Another thing, I wanted to give you guys an update to let you guys know that the person who took out the Bitcoin short yesterday, right? Millions of dollars worth, probably already hit his price point, and they basically got out of the trade. They literally got out of the trade. So that may goes to show that the downtrend of Bitcoin might be coming to an end. But like I say, Trump can announce anything tomorrow, the next day, about tariffs or anything along that nature. It can change the trajectory of the market. That's true. Now, the way I see it is that America needs China and China needs America, right? All of them are owned by the Federal Reserve. So, with that being said, it's a game that they're playing, and I'm going to make money off the game that they're playing. It's like they're not going to go to war with each other. It won't be beneficial to neither party. You need an antagonist and you need a protagonist, and if you want to tell the correct story, right? And I think they are doing business together behind closed doors, but they have to make it seem a certain way. Very theatrical, very Shakespearean, as I would always say. So saying it all to say, the market, giving you guys an update. XRP, last time I checked, was about $2.50. It needs to hold. I think the next support is $1.75, if I'm not mistaken, right? But I still think that the market is going to go. Let's just say by the end of the month, I still think Bitcoin is going to be at 130K. And I think the announcement is that's gonna lead to those things is China and the United States have just made a deal. That's one of them. Just came to a compromise. That's another one. Uh, Another one. The government shutdown have just ended. The Democrats and Republicans have just came to a deal. These are the things to me, the catalysts that I foreshadow, that I see, two major catalysts that's going to send the market out of here. You remember also at the end of the month, guess what they're going to have towards the end of the month? I believe the 28th through the 30th of this month, right? Rate cuts. They're going to have rate cuts. So therefore, they're going to inject more money inside of the system. That's what rate cuts are, correct? So if they're injecting more money inside of the system, then what does that tell you? It means that these assets that you own, right, is going to flourish. It's only one thing. It's like putting more. Say for instance, the asset that you own is a balloon. You only have X amount of balloon, X amount of air in your balloon. When they decide to add more air to your balloon, consider that inflation, because you're inflating something, right? The more that you inflate something is the bigger your balloon becomes. So your asset is the bigger your asset becomes. It's just that simple. I'm trying to give you guys different analogies of it. So if they're going to do rate cuts, that's why people their purchasing power go down, but everything else go up. Because that just simply means that, hey, we're putting more money into the economy, or we're printing more money into the economy, but we're not making any more. We're not mass producing anything or producing anything. Therefore, what you have is generally going to go up, whatever that means. Lareed Zoe V7 said it's not going to make it to 130. Okay, that's your belief, right? That's your belief. I think it's going to blow past 130. You know, that's my belief. You know, based on the charts and based on what I see, we got 150 to 200K. That's my belief. That's just what I see. Anything ranging between then, I think 130 is nothing. I have it blowing past 130 because the blow off top is 150 to 175,000. How are we going to get there? It's quite simple. We're actually going through the crash now, the reset now, right? So October, November. Do you know that this is historically speaking, right? Do you know that Bitcoin goes up 40%, generally speaking, in November? So what's 40% from right now? Say we just at 100K. What's 40% from right now? It's another 50,000. That automatically puts you at 150 right there. That's just according to statistics and data. That's just according to data and statistics. You know, I'm no genius. I'm just letting you know what the data says. But if this is your first time here, smash that like button, subscribe to my channel. That's all I ask. Help me get to 10,000 subs. I appreciate the like, and smash that like button too. I got a few people in here. Hit that like button. Help me swim through the algorithm. That's all I ask. Pinkley Play said, hello, what's going on? I am Samir FF said, hey, what's going on? Lareed said it's called a bubble. It's going to burst. Yeah, we know it's going to burst. I'm not complaining that it's not going to burst, but I don't think it's going to burst. It's not going to burst yet. Maybe Q1 it will burst. Q2 of 2026. Then, you know, I'm going to prepare for the crash. And of course, you get rich off the crash. You get rich off buying low and selling high. So I'm going to be buying more Bitcoin, buying more reaction token. Yeah, once again, buying more reaction token. I'm going to be buying. I apologize. The